Hi everyone, it's Sunday, December 30th. I hope you had a wonderful holiday thus far and you're looking forward to a fantastic new year. Please be safe and sane, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Um, I haven't done a video for a while. It's been a few weeks since the last video that I've done, and the reason being is because I have been processing I've been processing a lot of stuff, a lot of information. And I think that I've narrowed it all down. And this is how my mind works sometimes, that when I have something to think about, I really spend a lot of time going over it, trying to make sense of it, trying to look at it from different perspectives to make sure that I'm really addressing it from an objective standpoint and trying to get in different viewpoints to make sure that when I settle on something, that it's taking into consideration other perspectives. And basically, I think what I want to talk about all comes down to personal responsibility. And the first few videos that I started doing talked about change and talked about patience and fear and courage and being able to offer yourself some time and some room to grow and some understanding, some acceptance, all of these great things, because change in and of itself involves so much. And so does this next topic that I want to get into. And so what I think I'm going to do is start off the video just by talking to you about what I think you are, what I think you have, and how personal responsibility plays a role in that, and then breaking up the next few videos on that, along that same topic, because everything that we do, everything that we experience, everything that we sense, everything that we know is such a complex, or it could be a complex thing. And when I say complex, I mean that it's multifaceted. There's many moving parts, if you will, to everything that we do, everything that we experience. I mean, just our sensory input. We have millions and millions and millions of sensory data that's coming in through all of our senses at one time, and then we have to sort of be, due to our programming or our selective processing, or how we've been taught to receive certain things, we pick out certain data. Okay, and it's just kind of like that. Our experiences are multifaceted. They involve so many things, but I think it all boils down to is like personal responsibility, getting started on evolving, on changing, on becoming better, on improving your life, your happiness, your success, your job, your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your relationships. Everything that we strive to do in this life involves so many different aspects of information, processing all of that information. And I'm going to get to all of that in my later videos, and I'm going to get to how being responsible and if you break down the word response-able, being able to respond to life events, to life situations, and being accountable for everything that happens in your life. Whether it's something that's out of your control, how you react to it, being accountable and responsible for taking that on and owning that, and saying that this is my life and this is happening to me and this is how I'm going to deal with it, this is how I'm going to receive it, this is how I'm going to resolve it, what have you. But taking responsibility for everything that you feel, that you think, that you see, that you do is kind of like the crux of everything. I want to convey what I see in you. And what I see in you is brilliance, and what I see in you is magnificence, and what I see in you is if you want to use this term, great power. What you and I have inside of us is untapped potential. And in our culture, in our society, for the most part, as it happened to me, I wasn't brought up with that seed planted in me, because my parents weren't brought up with that seed planted in them, and they weren't able to foster and to learn that this is what they are, this is who they truly are. Who you are and who I am is beyond our wildest dreams, beyond our imagination. That sometimes when I think about how powerful we actually are, I can't even grasp it with my mind. I still am trying to wrap my mind around everything that I have inside of me. Every once in a while, I'll get a glimpse, maybe in a meditation, or maybe when I'm thinking about something, I get a glimpse of who I really am and who you really are. Because when I talk about me, I'm talking about you. I am no one special. I don't have anything different than what you have, and then what our great leaders have. And so they're like my role models. They're who I aspire to be like, because I know that I have that greatness in me, and I'm learning that about me. I'm learning that it's in me, and I'm learning how to tap into that, and that's the work, the personal responsibility that I am taking on for me, because I know it's in there. And even going through school, when I was studying psychology, I thought to myself that if I ever became some sort of counselor or a therapist of sorts, that I would tackle and deal with my patients knowing that they have all the tools that is absolutely necessary to progress them out of their ailments or their illnesses or anything inside of them. And I've always believed that, and I've always known that. I just never knew how much until now, because I'm realizing every time I find a new crevice within my soul, within my spirit, something that I had never thought was in there, I amaze myself. And sorry, I got distracted with my cat. And so I want to convey how beautiful, how wonderful, how magnificent, how loving, how caring, how compassionate, how giving, how just amazing you are. Because you have everything that everybody else has inside of you. I have that inside of me too. And it just, when I think about what we can do together, individually, collectively, once we're able to work on ourselves, once we're able to get into a relationship with ourselves, once we're able to really, really get to know ourselves, to love ourselves, to accept ourselves, once you're able to establish that, you start to tap into this unlimited abundance of love and potential, and you tap into this force that we all have. And once you're able to do that, just imagine the stuff that you can create in your life, the relationships, the job, the success, the health, because all of that is in your grasp. All of that is in your hands. You have the ability to achieve it all. I have the ability to achieve it all. And that's where personal responsibility comes in. Because first you have to believe it. You have to believe that that's what you have. You have to believe that that's who you are. You have to believe that you are that strong, that you are that loving, and that you are that forgiving, and you're that compassionate. You have to believe that that is what and who you are. And if you're a religious person, and if you believe that you were made in God's image, then you must be endowed with all the faculties and the attributes of God. Unconditional love is what you hold at the base and the core and the root of you. That is who you are. And so as you enter into this new year, just kind of like my posts recently have alluded to, as you enter into this new year, prepare yourself for all of the prayers and the requests that you have made to the universe. Prepare yourself to be able to accept those things, because the work has to be done inside within you, so that you can prepare your soul and your spirit for everything that God and the universe want to bestow onto you. The universe and God is happening in your favor. They are on your side. They want to see you successful. They want to see you healthy. They want to see you embody all of these qualities. And they're working for you and not against you. They're never working against you. Because I don't know of an unconditional being or force or energy, an unconditionally loving being that would be against you, because then that wouldn't be unconditional. You can't have unconditional love and then have certain objections or obstacles set before you. That's not the way it works. At least not the way I see that it works. You're a magnificent, beautiful, awesome person. You're just amazing, and you have to take the personal responsibility and ownership of that. And once you decide that this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to tap into this, then your life, everything outside here in the external world is going to start to change. It's going to change without any effort on your part. So many times I hear people's New Year's resolutions that okay, I'm going to go on this diet, I'm going to do this. I'm taking all of these external actions, behaviors, habits, and things that they want to change. But they're trying to manipulate their world and achieve all of the things that we all want to achieve, which is love, happiness, peace, good relationships, successful jobs. But they're trying to change things from the outside. And what happens more times than not? Those resolutions fall to the wayside because they're going about it all wrong. The change has to come from within. The way you look onto the world comes from within. You look from the world, you look onto the world. The world doesn't look upon you. But if you're not doing that work, if you're not preparing the foundation of your soul and your spirit to be able to accept those changes will not come. Because even if they present themselves as an opportunity, you won't have the eyeglasses to be able to distinguish from all of the sensory input that you're getting. Because I guarantee you that the signs are there. The opportunities have been presented to you. They're there constantly. All your wishes are trying to be granted, but if you don't put on the right goggles, if you don't put on the right set of lenses, you're not going to see it. And you can't do that externally. It has to come from inside. So, wow, this has gone on long. So basically my message is, I think you're absolutely amazing. You're a beautiful person. And you have all the qualities that you need to succeed in anything that you want to do within you. But first, you have to take ownership and personal responsibility to do whatever you have to do the work that you have to do internally, to be able to prepare yourself for the greatness that is just waiting for you. And so as you enter into the new year, if nothing else, know that I'm sitting over here knowing this about you because I know this about myself. And when you start to get to know yourself and you start to get to love yourself, you're going to start to realize that you have everything you need inside of you to do whatever you want to do. And so this year, instead of making these resolutions to change this, change that, change this on the outside, I compel you to change that around. Make a different resolution. Resolve to love yourself. Resolve to fall in love with you. Because once you do, you will tap into an abundant source that will be never ending. Never ending. And then things will start to change naturally, organically, without any effort. So do that for me. Do that for you. Do that for your community. Do that for your family. Do that for your friends. Do that for everybody that you come in contact with. Leave their lives better than when you entered it. And you do that by loving you. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, is just love you. And then the world will change after that. Again, I'm going to make more videos, slightly smaller in length, but I want to leave that with you for this New Year's. I want to wish you a fantastic New Year's. I just have fun, be loving, be with friends, share the good times, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. So, with that said, Happy New Year's. It's been a wonderful year. I'm looking forward to everything that 2013 has to bring. It's going to be amazing. Let's do this, because we can. Okay? So love you. Peace and blessings. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year.